All right, we're ready. We are ready. We're ready. I'm ready. I hope folks are ready. Hello, folks. I don't know if anyone's watching this yet. So, cool. Here we are. I don't like how high this camera is. Look, I can see the light. There we go. Mhm. That's a little better. All right, cool. First off, let me get a beverage. I'm ready to get a beverage. Drinking hop tea, sparkling hop tea, hoplark tea tonight. Non-alcoholic hoplark tea. Cool. So, getting into it, going to be doing a couple things tonight. That's perfect. So tonight, making macaroni and cheese, making pigs and blankets, and I'm going to make some lemonade, bunch of lemonade. So, kind of a long night. It might be maybe like 3 hours, 3.5, 4 hours, maybe five if I'm talking a lot. I'm always talking a lot, so let's go with four. Let me get set up here. We got a little bit of setup happened already, but I've got a couple things. Is anything going in the oven? Yes, figs and blanket to go in the oven. So let's get those on. Nothing in the oven. And mac and cheese, macaroni. Need noodles. Need a big pot. Where's the big pot? Big pot's over here. Put the water on and let's get this moving. Just getting underway. Just getting underway. Not sure how I'm feeling about the music right now, but I'm gonna vibe with it for a little bit, see how it goes. If anyone here has any opinions about the sound, mic, music, share them. Happy to take opinions. Gwenifer, hi everyone. Hello, Gwenifer. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm just getting started. Waiting for some water. This music might not be high energy enough for me right now, but I'm gonna go with it for a little bit. I'll need this. Let's put this guy back here. A little more. Not quite enough water. Not quite enough water. All right. Cool. That's a nice corner setup you got over there. Thanks, Cornifer. It's it's a whole bunch of lemons right now. Thought they looked nice there. Okay. Oven's on, water is going. First thing I want to do tonight is make some dough. So I'm going to start with that. Let me read through this first. Read through the whole thing. Got a recipe for homemade pigs in a blanket. I'm going to make some dough. It calls for letting the dough rise for a little bit, so I got to gonna do that one first so that it gets risen. The dough is risen. In the bowl of an electric mixer, combine yeast and warm water. Okay, yeast becomes foamy. Add sugar, oil, 2 cups of the flour, and salt. So we need yeast, sugar, oil, flour, salt. I got yeast, sugar, flour, some salt. and a bowl and oil. I need the mixer, and this is going to be it's just going to need the bread hook. It says, Happy Wayfarer, the dough has risen indeed. Hallelujah. Hello, Happy Wayfarer. Thank you for helping on. Uh, and hey there, Edith Dads, and howdy, chat. Happy Wayfarer, nice to see you. And thanks for hopping in. Tonight we are doing a couple birthday things. My partner's birthday is Sunday. Sunday, I know this. So we're gonna do some mac and cheese that I can reheat. But we'll make a little bit tonight. We're gonna do pigs and blankets, which I'm making the dough for first so that it can rise, and then a little bit of lemonade, as well. I got a whole bunch of lemons that I'm gonna squeeze out, and zest, and then I'll have a whole bunch of lemon zest to play with in the future because I'm going to freeze all that. So a little bit of work ahead of us. It feels like it's going to be feels like it's only a couple things, but they're multi step. So we'll see how it goes. Happy Wayfarer. Hello there, Gruniper. How are you? How are you? So in the bowl of an electric mixer, we have that. Combine the yeast and the warm water. I need 2¼ teaspoons dry active yeast. So uh, haven't been a really big fan of measuring. I don't measure very often, but this is the type of thing that I'm definitely going to measure. 1¼ 2¼ teaspoons dry active yeast. So I don't know how active it is. It's been in the fridge for a long time. Happy Wayfarer. Love the kitchen, Edith Dads, and love the mixer. Hey, thank you. This mixer, I want to say, was a present from Mr. Fuzzy Reining, who may be in their chat later this evening. Uh, he will actually be here this weekend as well, which is pretty cool. And thanks about the kitchen. The kitchen was a really big selling point for the place when we moved here. Not a big fan of moving; it involves packing a lot of things, and I was pretty sold though after seeing it because I love to cook. Okay, so I want 2¼ teaspoons dry active yeast. That seems like a lot, but let's go with it. 1, 2, and even though it seems silly, a little tiny one, a quarter. That's not quite a quarter. I've got an open one in the fridge here. So I'm going to do the dough first because it says to let the dough rise. And I'm going to listen to the directions because this is a bread. And as I learned on a different stream yesterday, baking can be pretty precise. All right, so 1 cup of warm water. Let's go with this guy. Not quite warm. Hasn't been on that for long enough. Um, when the yeast becomes foamy, add the sugar. It doesn't say it says combine yeast and warm water, but it doesn't say how to mix it. So I assume I just mix it with like a little whisk or something like that. Jennifer, what do you like to make? Happy Wayfarer. Yeah, Happy Wayfarer. That's a great question. What do you like to cook? Or what have you enjoyed cooking recently? Pigs in a blanket? Yes, pigs in a blanket. Uh, Cabbage rolls or dough rolls, both can be very good. These are dough rolls. It's just a regular like um, breadstick kind of dough. I found random recipe on the internet. It was like result number 3. So that's we're gonna go with it. We'll see how it goes. Warm water. Okay. How warm? I don't want to kill the yeast. That's warm. It's a bit all right. Graniper cabbage roll. What is that? Graniper, I had a similar question. I'm making an assumption that it's just the same thing as the dough roll, just wrapped a little tighter, kind of like a spring roll. Maybe that's my guess. Um, and someone with wet dishes, wet clean dishes. Okay, so I'm going to combine this yeast. It says combine it until foamy. So I'm going to combine it. Do I let it sit for a while? Do I just wait? Do I mix it with the mixer? I don't know. Doesn't say. Should have read this recipe a little bit better first, I guess. Uh, I don't know. Doesn't feel foamy yet. Um, let's go with this guy. I don't know. Maybe y'all can tell me if that looks foamy. I don't know. I guess maybe I let it sit for a moment. I'm already confused. This is off to a great start. When the yeast becomes foamy, add the sugar, oil, 2 cups of the flour, and the salt. So I guess I'll just measure out the flour, sugar, and salt while I'm waiting for this to get foaming. Okay, 1 sugar, two, 2 1/3 to 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Okay. Okay. A cup of flour is 142 grams. So let's tear this. 142 times 2.5 is 355 grams of flour. Let's go with that. Happy Wayfarer, Gwenifer, you name it. I cook old style cooking, scrapple, sausage, bacon. Nice. We know what scrapple is around here. I love to be creative with food. Cabbage roll is cabbage leaf wrapped around meat filling and smothered in sauerkraut. Oh my God. Holubki is the Slavic name. Grandmother's old recipe. I love that. That's really good. Cool. That sounds interesting. I tuned in for some chill and Netflix cooking. Here we are. Uh, the music is, I feel, fairly chill at the moment, which I'm not sure if I'm loving or not, but let me know if you don't like it. 355. I totally forgot. Gwenifer, sounds fun to make grandmother recipes. Oh my God, I know. Butter, sugar, at least the American ones. 355. 40, 55, 360. Close enough. All right. So it says 2.5 to 3 cups. We'll go with 2.5 to start. And then if it's too watery, you can add a little more. Happy Wayfarer, you must be on the East Coast with the Wegmans flour. You got it. I'm in Philadelphia. Wegmans is awesome. They have everything. Um, yeah, Wegmans. It's a couple Wegmans around here. All right. Two half a teaspoon salt, 2 tablespoons granulated sugar. Granulated sugar. Actually, let me just say this: 2 tablespoons of sugar. One, two. Wow, very impressive attention to detail. And sorry if I'm babbling. Happy Wayfarer. I love my Wegmans. Virginia here. Yeah, I love Wegmans too. Uh, I know I'm aware that there are Wegmans in Maryland. Are there not in Virginia? What's like the equivalent grocery store there? I know that there's really like no equivalent to Wegmans. Like I get that. I know everybody's like, whoa, no equivalent, but like if you know, you know. And it seems like you know. So I added the sugar, flour, and then I need salt. Half a teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon. I'm using kosher salt. I hope that doesn't matter. It hasn't seemed to matter so far. So I'm gonna get all that together. Going up for Babylon, I think Edith Haslix being chatty. Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely be conversational. That was part of the allure of Twitch. People talking. I like watching Twitch. I've been really into watching a lot of the food and drink stuff. Oh, look at that. Oh. The yeast is getting foamy. It's happening. Okay, so I guess I just needed to wait. That's cool. Um, so next I need to add the oil, 2 tablespoons of oil, but I'll add that to the wet. So this is getting foamy. Um, add the sugar, oil, 2 cups of the flour, and the salt. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna add the flour first, and then the oil, and then we'll hit it with the dough hook attachment as it says. Uh, Happy Wayfarer. There are three in Virginia at least. Chantilly, Ashburn, and Fairfax. Civilization at last, right? I was down in Virginia last November. We were down. I was down with some friends along the Blue Ridge Mountains. We did some hiking down there. Rock Castle Gorge. I don't know if you're a hiker. That's where we went. It was fun. Okay, so I'm going to combine this now into this bowl. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Oh, a tablespoon is 2 tablespoons is 1 ounce. So let's add that. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, on the nose. That was great. Um, so olive oil, and now we add the salt, flour, and sugar. Okay, salt, flour, and sugar. Those go in with the dough hook attachment. Mix on low until combined. Okay, mix on low. So we're gonna get this going. Let's see if y'all can see that. All right, so that's on low, and it says mix on low until combined. And then gradually increase the speed until a soft dough forms to a medium high. Knead with the hook for about 7 minutes, stopping to add flour. The dough should stick to the bottom of the bowl. Okay, so this until it's kind of combined, and then we get it to medium and run that for 7 minutes, and add another half a cup of flour because this is up to 3 cups, and I added 2.5, uh, even though it said I only add two. Cool. Happy Wayfarer. I was a hiker. Did parts of the AT in PA, Maryland, Virginia, and West Virginia. Oh, I bicycle motorcycle more now. That's excellent. Uh, I would love to do more of the AT. I've done a couple pieces of it, in the past couple of years. Um, that's cool. I think everybody who hikes or has hiked the AT has had dreams of hiking the through hike. I don't know that that'll ever happen, but it's nice to dream. Okay. With the hook attachment, mix alone to combined. Knead with the dough hook, stopping to add flour. Okay, so I want this to go to a medium. I feel like maybe that's a medium speed. And if this is too loud in your ears, I will turn the mic down. Happy Wayfarer, where do you motorcycle? Like, do you do like touring? Do you cross country like touring? Do you do day trips? Um, I, I'm looking for my timing. There it is. I'm gonna hit this for 7 minutes. It says. Yeah, I'm curious if you do like touring, if you've done that. Are you like a motorcycle Sturgis motorcycle, going out, or do you do like field trips around? Regardless, that's fun. I've never really motorcycle. My dad would do hard climb. He motorcycles, he bikes, cycles. feel like that's better. It says medium. Like, I don't want it to be like ridiculous. I don't want it to like be going super fast and slamming all around. Can you tell I don't bake very often? I'm very concerned about cooking. I need another half a cup of flour. So 1 cup of flour is 142 grams. Half a cup of flour is 71. Jennifer, how long is that supposed to mix there? It is supposed to mix for 7 minutes until it gets into a ball, a thick ball, it says. Okay. Gradually increase the speed until a soft dough forms to medium high. Okay. Okay. So this is going. I have my extra flour laid out. Happy wafer. I don't hear the mix again. Awesome. Great. I ride day trips mostly. Occasional weekend trips. No, not a Sturgis guy. I ride a Harley, but just like riding the countryside. Yeah. I I can I like going out for drives. I love riding in the car in like, you know, 2 lane roads, backcountry. It's really relaxing. That's awesome. I don't get much of that. Live in the city, so it gets to be claustrophobic sometimes. That's why I like going camping. All right, so we are still a little ways into step one. Step one. Um, Stopping to add flour. So I'm going to stop this in a couple minutes, in like a minute. I'm going to dump the rest of this flour in, and then we'll go from there. So it looks like this is the only step. Then I'm going to let this sit for a while. So this is like step one, and we're trying to do this thing. Um, Step one of many. I'm making a dough. Next, I'm going to make lemonade, which is going to be a lot of physical labor. Uh, so to make it with actual cutting lemons and then making them, juicing them. Happy Wafer, in your neck of the woods, I love riding with backwards in Lancaster. Amish country has some lovely views in backwards. It for sure does. For sure. Um, Anytime we go out camping out that way, it's always really nice. The Lehigh Valley out there is great. Uh, the only the only uh, the only downside is that when you're going through a town, there's like invariably like horses and buggies, and if you're not focused and careful, they're really easy to miss because you're just not used to them how to drive it. I was camping last weekend, out not too far outside of the city, and we rolled into a Turkey Hill gas station, and there was a big group of bikers there all fueling up. It was like Sunday at noon, and I was just watching. They were like gearing up and ready to ride, and all meeting there. It seemed pretty cool. Seemed pretty fun. So we got this going. This looks really decent at the moment. Going to add another bit of flour to this since this is not quite together. Still really, it looks really watery. It's not like a dough quite yet. So I'm going to incorporate this flour slow so it doesn't puff up, and then we'll get back to it. Get back to the speed. The speed run. All right. We got about nope, nope. So sorry, I didn't mean to. All right, all right, coming together. Maybe I can bump that up a bit. To be fair, as a bicyclist, depressing stuff which it lead can also be annoying. I grew up near cow farms and smells so nostalgic. Yeah, I'll bet it is. I'll bet it is. That's like It's very distinct. Kind of overwhelming, I can imagine. Yeah, the when we hike, I always take note on the horse access trail because there's always surprises in the mountain. They're not as bad when you step on them on a trail, but hitting them with your bike would be gross in the road. For sure. For sure. Oh, this is coming. We got 1 minute left, and it says the dough should stick to the bottom of the bowl, but not to the sides. Okay, that's good. We'll let this go for a little bit. Um, now I need should be slightly sticky with no visible flour. Got it. Remove the dough from the bowl and one of the bowl. And place the dough back into the bowl. Cover and let rise for 1 hour until doubling. Okay, that's easy. The ground top and get this covered in just a minute here. Um, almost there. So, Happy Waker, you not only bike but you cycle as well. Are you a mountain biker? Is that definitely looks like a lot of fun when I see those folks out on the trail. But I do not. I have just a regular bike, road bike, single speed road bike for usage in the city is what I have. All right, this looks great. So this is not sticking to the sides. This is sticking to the bottom, and I do not see any visible flour. So great. We have uh we have a dough. Oh, it tastes okay. Um, so it says take this off the mixer. Hold on. Wow. User error. Um, remove the dough from the bowl, oil the bowl, and place the dough back into the bowl. Cool. That I can do. I'm going to weigh this as I take this out of here because I want to be able to portion this out in a little bit once this is risen. I also want to check. Okay, it says it should stick to the sides but not the bottom. It was sticking. Now it's kind of sticking everywhere, but I think this will be workable. Oh God, I feel like this needs. No, this feels very sticky to me, but I don't really know what this is supposed to feel like. So, happy Wayfarer, I'm a road biker. I hate hills and used to do a lot more miles. COVID made me stop, and now just getting back into it. Yeah, COVID made a lot of people stop a lot of things, and especially if you got it, I can understand that it has been a pretty bad cardiovascular experience. So, uh, I'm glad you're getting back into it. I'm gonna add a little bit more flour because this feels really sticky, and I don't think that this is supposed to be this sticky. I'm doing a few Lenape rides in PA this year with my brothers, so working back up to my 20 plus a ride. That's awesome. What is a Lenape ride? I am unfamiliar and I'm curious. Um, so, what do you hate about hills? There's so much fun to go down. Uh, I get it. I get it though. All right, we're going to incorporate this flour and let it be, and give this another like minute. The Malfi River is in Chatsworth. Got it. Okay, this is good. I'm actually going to take this right out on the dough hook before it slides off of here. And we're going to let this sit on the hook for a minute. Come on. No, I had it backwards. Not good. This is really this is really difficult for some reason. I'm having a terrible time. Okay, so I'm gonna oil the bowl, it says, and then I'm going to get this back in here, and we're gonna get this. That's good. It's not sticking to my hands. And I'm gonna get this back in the bowl and cover it and let that proof for an hour, and we'll see what happens. Wash my hands before the next thing. All right. So this is going to proof. It says let this proof for an hour. We are going to just sit this on the counter here. And we're going to let this proof. We'll let this proof over yonder. That feels like it'll be okay there. Okay. So we're done with it. We're finished with the mixer. That is proofing. Let's shake this. I think I need flour. I know I need flour for the mac and cheese. So I'm going to leave this out and get the sugar off to the side as well. Um, so flour here, sugar, stash that over there. Okay, pigs in a blanket. I'm gonna rest you for a second. And water, oven, dough is resting. Next is the lemonade. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. First thing, we're gonna get the flour off the counter here because there is thin film of flour here. Okay. Um, lemonade. So the lemonade is going to be a mix of a couple things. I've got take this lovely display and move it over. Um, lemonade is going to be lemons, and then I'm also going to throw some blood oranges in there. I did that last time. I had some leftover blood oranges, and that was pretty popular. So we're going to do that again. And then I have a couple of just regular oranges as well, so I might end up using those um, in this as well. Kind of depends on the volume and honestly how my forearms feel after rolling out and juicing a bunch of these things. Happy Wayfarer, Lordy, so many familiar things in that kitchen. Williams and Sonoma towels. I think we even have the same fridge. I mean, yeah, these are pretty. The towels are pretty common for sure. I feel like they used to put them in the bags when you bought stuff there. I don't remember when I got this one. This particular Williams Sonoma towel is now sort of relegated to being a towel of industrial use, as I would say. It's not your like hand towel. It's the like, wrap stuff in it. It kind of gets the workout. Um, even have the same fridge. Yeah, I like this fridge, except the door with the shelves on it. Uh, my kid just broke one of the shelves off the other day. He was like ramming a stool into it, and it just shattered. And it's the second one that's broken like that. I broke the first one, so it's kind of annoying in a tight space, but it's definitely an okay fridge. All right, lemonade. I would like to juice these No, first I want to zest them, then I'm going to juice them. Zest, juice. Then I'm going to strain that. Then I'm going to pick seeds out of that and save the pulp and put some of the pulp back into it. Um, Thanks for working that through. Yeah, I feel like I'm this is an interesting. I don't know if I'm vibing with this music. I feel like it's not. I feel like my energy is a lot higher than that right now. Let's see what else is out here. Uh, if anybody has any opinions, let me share them. Let you share them. Melodic bass, melodic and future bass vibes, and jazz, house grooves. These are all just like random playlists that are apparently stream safe. So we're going with that. I learned a good tip from others, but do you allow backseating? Yeah, absolutely. Yes, you know what? Hold on, pause. Thank you for asking. I really appreciate that. That feels really good and nice. So thank you. Yes, I'm happy to take tips. Whether or not I can do them or achieve them to be determined. I'm not hearing music much. Okay, well maybe it was pretty low and my desktop audio is a little low. See how that feels. I I think I'd like to put on what did I have on yesterday that I really was kind of going with? Not synth, not pop, maybe melodic bass. Let's go with that. Cool. So yes, Happy Wayfarer. If you have a good tip for any of these things, for juicing, microwave the lemons for 7 seconds. More juice. Cool. I'll definitely give that a shot. I think what I'm going to do is zest them first, and maybe they'll be a little thinner. Um, and then I will definitely give them a shot. Microwave first. I've definitely not tried that. I rarely I don't think I would have ever thought of that. So I'm happy to do that. Happy to give it a try. All right, so we're gonna zest these. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the zest, but I just know that this is a lot of lemon zest, and I really don't want it to. I can't I can't in good conscience see all the lemon zest just go into the sorry, just go into the compost bin. Not going to be that would weigh on my mind. I'm just going to put this in a container in the fridge, and we'll use it later. Uh, Perhaps maybe a cake, something toppings, salads, good on salads. Interesting tip. I wonder why. Why does it just loosen the microwave thing? Do you think it just loosens the? I wonder what it does. Loosens like the bonds between the juice cells in the lemon. Now I'm thinking. Now I'm like sitting here kind of, what does it do? What is the science? But I don't know science like that. So, you know, couldn't tell you. Uh, are you hearing music now? Is it, is there music happening? I should say. I'm still trying to figure out the volume, the leveling of everything. I'm not even sure. I don't know if the mic is high or low. Yeah, if there's any issues with the sound, let me know. Um, so I said that we were going to put that dough on the counter for an hour, and then I promptly did not set a timer. So let's set a timer here. Let me do that. Whenever I hear music, okay, cool. Uh, Good to know. I did bump it just a little bit. Unhappy Wayfarer mentioned that it was not as present for them. So I kind of like the music. It's playing out on my computer, and uh, it's nice. The first broadcast that I did, or first stream that I did, was did not record any of the audio for the video on demand because it was all on the same track. So the last one that I did record, and I felt like I'd achieved some great milestone of technology. But you know, I had to wait for a microwave lemons. I don't know for sure, but I think it bursts the cells to release more juice. Yeah, that's like bursting the cells is a much more succinct way of saying what I had in my head when I was saying about loosening the connections of bond between the juice or whatever the hell it was I said. Um, so thank you. Yeah, I think that that probably sounds accurate. Should have weighed how much zest this was. This is going to be an ocean of zest. What should I do with all this lemon zest? Now I have like, oh, I know what I could do with it. Uh, oh, I just thought of like a lemon zest sorbet. But then I remembered that I've never made sorbet and don't know how to do that. So maybe we'll table that one. Anyway, all right, we're getting there. Trying to do this. Ah, trying to do this left-handed because this is one of those like routine practice types of things. Just repetitive motion. Happy wait for a lemon curd. Oh, yeah. I've not made that either, so that could be exciting. I'm wondering if there's anything that is super quick that I could make with this. Yeah, lemon curd would be a good dessert. I don't know how to. I've not. I've had it, but I can't think of how to make it. I've never looked it up, so that does sound good. You're. I got to tell you, my friend, you have some great suggestions this evening, and I really appreciate the input. That exact thing is what I love about this platform. Uh, and just like watching other streamers and having this type of conversation and these type of tips, I think is cool. It's the type of thing you don't get on a YouTube thing when you're down like the YouTube hole. You sort of get someone talking at you, and then you don't get to get the feedback. So I love this. Thank you. Lemon curd, lemon sorbet. You could do lemon olive oil cake. Um, this could also be. Let's see. You could put this in like you have a really like lemony citrus uh, part, sort of with capers type of pasta. That might be delish. What else could you make with lemon? Bunch of lemon zest. That's the question. That'll be the question. What to make with lemon zest? And maybe I'll report back. And this lemon zest has nothing to do with the lemonade. Just want to have the lemon zest. Can't bear wasting it. Um, all right. Dough is rising on the counter. We've got lemons. Dough is rising on the counter for pigs and blankets. I've got lemons in process for lemonade here while that rises. After that, I'm going to do a mac and cheese. And then we're going to put that to the side because that is going to be for Saturday or Sunday rather. And then I'm going to do the pigs and blankets, roll them, and then you'll get to see all of that because I'm not just prepping; it'll be ready. I'm going to make a little mac and cheese for a late night snack for myself, uh, and then have some lemonade. So we're getting there with the zesting. We're getting there. Happy wait for what I'm sharing I learned from this platform. Heard. That's awesome. Yeah, I have I've taken a couple notes recently. I have a food notebook, cooking notebook, and whenever I'm sort of like knowing I'm going to get into Twitch a little bit, I pop it open and write down some tips. I've gotten some good ones. Learned a tip the other day about crumbling parchment paper before you put it flat on a pan because then it lays flatter. And I was like, great, perfect. Um, Happy for if you make liquors, limoncello. Ooh, I don't make liquors, but that gives me the thought that I just bought a book a friend of mine recommended called Good Drinks, which is a whole bunch of recipes for non-alcoholic beverages. And I bet you that there's something in there. Okay, we're getting there. Now, here's a question. How many of these lemons do you think I could put in this bowl? And should they might be microwaved for longer than 7 seconds? Because does volume matter? I'm wondering. Or do I put like 5 or 6 of them in a bowl at a time and microwave them then? And also, do they still have to be hot after they are, like, if they cool down a little bit? Like, could I be batch microwaving these as I'm zesting? So many questions. I feel like this is quickly becoming a forensic cooking question feed, which I don't hate. I saw a great baking feed the other day that was just so informative. It was like these in-depth differences between cream of tartar and baking soda and baking powder, and I was totally there for it, like into it. Also physically there watching. Limoncello though is tasty. I remember getting a gift of limoncello from some friends one year, and it sat on the counter for probably uh, at least a whole calendar year. And then then I drank it and was like, oh yeah, this is fucking delicious. And then finished it in like a week. All right, we are almost through the lemons, and I am just going to go right on ahead and do the oranges too, because I am on a zesting roll. I'm feeling zesty, and why the hell not? Um, Happy for this. A good question. I did one or two, and it worked. Okay, I think it is. It's the cell breakdown. I don't think it's the heat. It's the cell breakdown. Right. So, understood. Then once they have been broken down, they're not going to reform. So if you microwave them and they cool off a little bit, that should be fine too. I'm going to try these guys. Let's do uh, let's do a couple of these at a time. I'm definitely go ahead and do that. Right. Cook time. Let's do 8 seconds because there's like a lot of them. Here equals heat. Noted. Got it. Well, they're not hot. You know, can't imagine they would be hot. But let's try a couple more. I feel like this is some prank video where it's like, let's get the Twitch streamer to see if they can microwave the lemons. Not really. So while those are going, you get a little container for this zest. I'll get one for the lemon and one for the orange. Water's hot and boiling for my pasta, but I don't want to do that yet. You speak typo, I see. I do sometimes. having made many myself. I feel like I am the type of person who, like, when I make a typo, I get really like disappointed in myself. But when other people make typos, I'm like, oh yeah, kind of get it. All right, so just gonna go ahead and freeze that lemon zest. These are I have the blood oranges in the bowl and the regular oranges loose on the counter. All right, so we have our microwave lemons. Let's go in on the last batch of lemons here. You too. Okay, lemons are out, uh, and I'm good. We're gonna set these all in back in this bowl, ready to be juiced now. And I don't have like fancy press juicer, so this is definitely going to be an exercise in uh, force. I'm going to go back and zest these oranges. These feel really nice. These are like perfectly ripe and juicy, I think, or they're just soft and gross inside. We'll see. Let's just go on. Yeah, I'm liking this music a little bit better. The other one was lo-fi, it said, and I am not in a lo-fi mood right now. I am in a mood to make birthday food. Happy birthday to Guaniper in our chat at some point earlier, possibly still. Uh, her birthday is coming up, and she loves mac and cheese. So instead of making the mac and cheese that she loves, which we eat all the time, I'm gonna make some fancier mac and cheese to help feed the family too. Some lemonade, some pigs in a blanket. Uh, then we're gonna call it a night after that. But we got a ways to go because I am uh, not yet through any single dish. I am just making zest here for not anything I'm doing tonight. Happy Wayfarer, same here. Music is upbeat now. Yeah, right? Like I'm like in the kitchen. The kitchen is a flow state, as I would describe it. And I think that it's important to find the right flow. And if you're not feeling it, you got to change it because you can't be miserable in the kitchen. The kitchen is just a happy place for me. All right. Almost, I am almost exhausted. Oh, that was so terrible. Sorry. I hope there's a tape delay and I can just pull that out. What did the kids say? Cringe. It's cringe. That was cringe, Dad. I asked my kid yesterday what the kids were saying, what slang words he knew, and he didn't have any feedback for me. And I explained to him what slang was, uh, and I told him, you know, hey, when you hear a new word and it means something like cool or stupid, I want you to tell me so I can stay with the times. And he just kind of rolled his eyes because he's a kid. All right, orange zest. Oh, right, oranges. Almost there, almost through the zesting. And then we get to the juicing, which is like takes even more time. Okay. Happy Wayfarer, what brings you on the internet this evening? What are you up to otherwise? Are you killing time? Are you uh, a regular evening Twitch viewer? Are you getting ready to stream yourself, doing doing things, doing kitchen things, or other things, or anything? Gwenifer, you could just get the lemonade at Wawa, you know. Yeah, I know. You totally could. But I know you'll like this lemonade. I think of all the things that I'm going to make tonight, the lemonade will be hopefully the thing that does it. Plus, you can add gin to it if you'd like, um, or anything. You could add any liquor to it. Almost there. Last one. For real. Last one. Happy Wafer, I'm going to try to microwave these oranges too because citrus is citrus, and I can't imagine that it would be that it would not also work for oranges. So we're going to give that a shot. Okay, so I've zested every single lemon and orange that's in the house now, so we're done with the zest. Okay, rinse these off. Rinse there, and we're going to get to juicing. Get into juicing. Good Lord, that's a lot of zest. I love it. So much zest. So every time so far I've streamed, I got, and this is the third time, I've just left the dish in there, the sink in a catastrophic mess. So I'm trying to do a little rinsing in between here tonight. Happy Wayfair. I'm chilling tonight, saw you online, and I'm glad to get to watch your stream. Thanks. That's great. I'm happy to have you. I really, truly am. And I appreciate the conversation. Honestly, I think the thing that tipped me over into streaming was that you could actually just talk to people in real time. And I am forever trying to get people to come sit at my counter here while I'm cooking and talk to me. Uh, so hi, thanks. You're at my counter and we're talking. This is like the best. I'm happy, very happy about that. Um, all right, let's get to juicing. Um, how do I want to do this? Okay, first I want to weigh my bowl. My belt buckle keeps coming unbuckled. It's really annoying. Um, little cutting board, little knife. Let's get a bunch of these just cut up here. No, I don't want this over here. I want this right there. And this right here. There we go. Okay, that's better. Okay. Counterculture. Yeah, we are. Oh my God, there's so many lemons. What have I done? Let's uh let's start with that pile. Okay, let's get into it. Okay. Uh place your best guesses in the chat for how many ounces of juice are in here. I think that there are I will juice one. Let me juice one half and I'll tell you how many ounces that is. And then you can extrapolate from there. So let's do one half. All right, one half is 0.38, 0.4 ounces. So that's a lot. 0.4 ounces for one lemon. Happy Wayfarer, 2 tablespoons per lemon. Yeah. So a tablespoon is a half an ounce. It's about right. Half an ounce? Yes. Oh, this one's so close. These are really small lemons. 0.96. Oh, I bet I can get it. Ah, 0.98. All right, close enough. Um, as I'm going here, I'm going to take the seeds out because I really would like to, I'd like to save some of this pulp if possible. And I always forget, and then the seeds are just too numerous to really do anything about. So maybe I can do some of the seeds while I'm doing this. Conversions, you are good. Yeah, I love using the scale because it doesn't dirty anything. Just straight up. That's the reason. It's easier. I'm gonna move this over here. Move all of this over. There we go. Okay, that's a little better. This is one of those things where I haven't quite figured out the system yet, but once I've got the flow, we're gonna get through these. We're gonna get through these. And I'm just using, I don't have one of those squeezy things, the juicers, because I've had them in the past and I keep breaking them. So I don't have one now. Now I just have this citrus reamer, which is great if you are just doing like one or two over a salad, but less good when you are in this scenario of uh, juicing a bunch of lemons. Okay, we're getting there. Yeah, save the pulp. Very good flavor. I know, right? I don't like, if I can help it, I don't like throwing out parts of things. Throwing out the seeds, but that's why I was like, just save the zest. I'll freeze it. You can freeze zest. It's fine. It's obviously not as good when you unfreeze it, but it is still serviceable in a dish. And I definitely will throw that in pasta or on top of things. I'll throw it in a loose salad. I use the lemon reamer still. Yes, solidarity for the lemon reamer. I just like it better. I feel like it gets more juice out. Also, it doesn't break. Primarily, it doesn't break. That is my motivating factor. This song is epic. Holy shit. Got 36 minutes left on that dough proofing. So we're going to check on that when I'm finished this round of lemons and just see how that's going. So I'm going to use the reamer and get that all back, get that pulp juiced out a little bit. I think once I'm through this round of lemons, then I'll pull the seeds out with a spoon and we'll empty the pulp out and have round two. So I am currently at 6.5 ounces worth of material. That will go down because that's all pulp and seeds too. And we're getting we're getting there through this first pile. Through this first pile. Happy Wayfarer. I I'm curious what your favorite birthday food is. If you could pick a birthday food, I think if I were asked the same question, I'd have to think about the answer. I have to tell you, I've been craving barbecue recently. Just fucking craving it. But there is no good barbecue in this city. I'm sure that you have some better barbecue down yonder. Where you are, there is nothing here. It's like a wasteland for barbecue. The other night I was watching, after I streamed, I was watching this barbecue streamer and just getting insanely jealous of their pit setup and all that, and had to stop. It was like my dream pit, dream fire pit. All right, we are one lemon to go in this first pile. Oh my god! And I'm not just tossing these on the floor. There is a compost bin back here. Just uh, just a heads up. There's also a whole bunch of dishwasher packets on the floor over here because I dropped them earlier and was already live and didn't want to hang out behind the counter. So little fun aside. Happy Wayfarer, Holuski Kapusta, Holuski Kapusta, Kapus, Kapusta, Holuski Kapusta. Egg noodles and cabbage and butter. I love it. Pineapple sheet cake. Oh yes. Oh my god. Pineapple upside down cake. Now that I can get behind for a birthday cake for sure. I feel like that was my dad's favorite. Egg noodles and cabbage. Oh, that sounds really good. Cabbage in general is really good. I love how kind of versatile it is. You were mentioning earlier about doing wraps with the leaves. I was thinking about slaw the other day, in line with that same barbecue line of thinking. So good. So, sounds like you have some level of Eastern or Slavic rather east of here, or west if you go far enough. Slavic heritage. That's pretty cool. That is a lot of really good, just like deep, rich, kind of simmery sort of flavors, as I understand. Just getting the seeds out of here, and then we're going to save this pulp and do something with it. I'm going to put some of it back into the lemonade so it's got a little bit of volume to it. And the rest we're just going to put in the fridge and see what happens. All right, 31 minutes. So this whole lemon operation is definitely going to take me longer than an hour. Okay, is that it? Last one. Okay, so without the seeds, put this in here. Without the seeds and without the pulp, about almost 10 ounces. So that's going to be pretty good once we get there. Okay, let's get into lemons round two. No, pause. Let's check the dough. That's what I said I was going to do. So let's do that. All right, dough is rising. Dough looks bigger than it did before. It is, y'all can see that. It is coming along. Looks like dough. Cool. That's what I was going for. All right, recover that. Oh, Maz, Magic Quacks, hello and welcome. Complete this sentence. Life gives you lemons. Celebrate because you got something for free. How's that? Because shit doesn't come for free very often. So enjoy it. Do whatever the hell you want with them. When life gives you lemons. Oof, that one looks. That one's got a little bit of. Had a little bit of mold on the tip. These guys look fine. Let's get that half out of there. Hello, nice one. Free stuff for sure. For sure. Uh, maze quacks. If I am saying that right, if I am referring to you how you like to be referred, please let me know. Maze quacks. Otherwise, let me know how you'd like to be referenced, and I'm happy to adjust. Uh, cool, cool, cool. Well, welcome, and thank you for hopping on. We are making a bunch of birthday stuff. We got some dough rising, making lemonade now. The dough's for pigs and blankets, and then we're gonna make some mac and cheese. It is not a birthday today, but it will be a birthday on Sunday. Got some family coming into town, and honestly, I don't want to do any cooking while they're here. That's not my intention. I just want to do some reheating. Uh, May's cool. Thank you. Good to know. Late for breakfast. Definitely don't want to be late for breakfast. I my son gets himself up in the morning. He's he's 6.5, so point of reference. He gets himself up in the morning and he gets breakfast. He can use the toaster and he can use the microwave now for like simple breakfast stuff. And he gets himself dressed. Speaking of late for breakfast, the other day I was uh, May's lemon zest and the mac and cheese sauce. Ooh, hmm, that might be pretty good. Um, and the mac and cheese has a little pinch of cayenne in it too, so that might actually be tasty. Um, he forgot that on election day or Tuesday he did not have school and he got himself up early, he got dressed, he got breakfast and was like shoes on ready to walk out the door when I came downstairs and I came downstairs late and he was like, "Hey, you're late. Like you're late coming down. Why are you so late?" And I was like, "We don't have school, dude. No school today." And the look on his face was just the best. I love it. I was like, he loves school though, which is pretty cool. Maze, your 6-year-old can reach in the microwave up there. No, he actually uses a little stool that I made for him when he was younger. Hold on, I'll show you the stool. It's right here. This is a basic IKEA stool that I built up and modified with this tower on the top. And so he climbs in the back, climbs up, and can get up on the microwave from here. So he's about yay tall and gets up, gets all up in there. Um, and thank cute. It is pretty cute. He's a good kid. He's super independent. He likes to be independent. But obviously he's like still 6.5. Yeah, so he's not that independent yet. Thankfully. Whew. Okay, I need to get a sip of something. Actually, need a more sip of something. Um, got a little vintage seltzer here. We used to years ago. We had these in my fridge at work, and I used to drink like 15 to 20 of these a day. So good. Mm. Oh, so effervescent. Holy shit. I'm just going to take some of this lemon pulp and drop that right in there. Yeah, there we go. Lemonade. It's ready. JK. All right, let's get into it. I am, to explain in old quick goods, you can call me anything but late for breakfast, Happy Waker. Yes, have heard that one. Totally missed the reference. I got you now. I understand, and I appreciate it. All right, let me get back into this. This actually is much better. Do this left-handed, and I can just drop these right in. All right, 24 minutes left on this dough. I wonder if I can get through this juicing before the dough is done. Done rising. Unclear. Oof. Okay. We are on our second batch of lemons. I also wanted to say, hey, if you are watching and not chatting, I'm happy to have you here too. You don't have to chat. I'm happy to just have you watch. I am happy to fill the silence. I'm happy to have your company. I hope that this is an engaging experience for you, however you want it to be. So if you're here and not chatting, welcome anyway. And if you want to chat, that's cool too. I'm happy to talk to you. But thanks for being here regardless. Just a little shout out to those folks here, here in the quiet. I like to lurk. I like to actually lurking is a term. I don't like that term. I like to just watch streams too. I don't always feel like chatting, so I get it. Um, you are welcome to hang out anonymously. I'm not going to call you out. I don't even have it up on the screen. Actually, I don't know how to see. I don't know how to see who's here. I just see the chat. Anyway, thanks for being here. Lemons, lemons, lemons. If you'd like me to tell you exactly where every little tiny cut or nick is in my hand, I can definitely tell you that right now. I think gloves would have been nice here, but you know, forgot about that. Maze, does Lou stand for Lewis? It does, and you've spelled it correctly. It does. I don't remember when I started going by Lou. Sometime in middle school, I think. Uh, long enough ago that I don't really remember. My parents call me Lewis. Some folks call me Lewis. Folks that have known me for a very long time, and relatives that I never see. I answer to it though, so here we are. All right, we are cruising with these lemons. This is this makes me uh, this makes me really appreciate those machines that I feel like they still have them. I'm sure. I just haven't seen one in a while because going places hasn't been a thing. Um, Mainly going to the mall where I remember these from. But there's machines. I think it was like Orange Julius that had the ones that did they cut the things in half and then they sort of rode this little curved conveyor belt down into the hopper and it got them into like some uh, giant citrus press. I loved watching those. I still love watching stuff like that. Like feels very Rube Goldberg, you know? And kind of at this point I'm like, oh, that'd be awesome to have one of those. And then I'm like, why but why? Uh Super unnecessary. Yeah, Happy Wafer, the I feel you on the citrus streamer also because it's just like a piece of wood, right? Like it's just a tool. It doesn't have moving parts. It sort of is I'm like guaranteed never to break this thing. Uh, and that's that I can appreciate. Cool, cool. Maze, what brings you into onto Twitch tonight? What brings you? How did you find the stream? What brought you on? Uh, were you just browsing around food and drink? Maze, Maze Quacks. I like the name though. An X is a very like uh definitive sound, and I like I like the name. It's crisp. The name is crisp. Yeah, indeed. What's gonna break? Yeah, for sure. Like, dude, the last time I had one of those things, I got it. It was like a nice one, right? Like a gift. It was like a Christmas gift or something. Um, and I put like a lemon in it. I hadn't softened it or anything, and like the thing, it was plastic. It just like snapped at the hinge, and I was like, I didn't even get to use it. Like it literally, I used it for half a squeeze, and I was like, nah, this is just dumb. I'm going back to my citrus reamer. I'm gonna throw this out. I'm just gonna use this pointy stick like a caveman over here. But hey, it works, right? Like it works. Uh, and that's kind of the best part. It's reliable. Reliable. That's the word. Last half. Okay. So that'll do it for the lemons. Let me get some of these seeds out of here now. Simple and effective. Yeah. Well, I think that kitchen tools should be that, right? Like, you see you see a chef or whatever, someone who's like a professional, and they have the little chef roll, and you don't see like single things in there. I mean, I can't imagine, stuff like an herb stripper or whatever. Like, I don't think people actually use that. Um, like I think people buy it, right? Back to the Williams Sonoma comment. That's like they sell those up at the counter. And I know I've received one of those as a gift before and been like, oh, thanks. And it's still just in the drawer, you know? Um, it sounds like my Uber potato ricer fell apart on the first squeeze. Yeah, like it's annoying. It's annoying. Anything that is just simple and effective and works every time, you're not going to break it. Like that's the type of thing that you just end up coming back to because it's always been there, you know? Um, certain things, certain tasks, you have to have a certain tool, but like a zester or a microplane is a pretty common, you want that. Like that's useful for garlic, for lemons, shaving off little pieces of something for use in the sauce. Uh, that's kind of the most involved tool I can think of at the moment. Maybe because I just used it. All right, I'm almost there with these seeds. I'm gonna I'm gonna put this lemon juice into a separate container for a few minutes here, because I'm gonna juice the oranges separately and get them, because I want to be able to like put it all. I want to see how much there is of everything. I don't want it to be like too much of something. There's a near 100% chance that I'm going to end up just combining it all anyway, but whatever. That's what the containers are for. Okay. lemon juice. Let's do a final juice weight. 22 ounces. Almost on the nose. Perfect. Okay. Let's get into these oranges. I'm going to do these blood oranges now. Oh, shoot. There's a half a lemon there. Well, you know what? I'm going to squeeze that into my drink. I'm going to keep that one. Mm. Oh my God. A little seltzer. Okay. We've got these blood oranges here. These look pretty solid. See how these go. Pulp here. But for agreed on separation, you can always recombine. Yeah, I just like I don't know. Maybe these are bad. Like maybe they're not. I just don't want to mess it up because I just went through all the effort. So I'd rather get the ratio right and recombine them later. Well, these are very different blood types. Got some dark ones, some light ones. This is all quite a nice little spread. Okay, let's get let's get going with these guys. We got 14 minutes left until that dough's been rising for an hour. So we are getting into the tail end of the juicing, and then this all should come together quickly, hopefully, and then I can wipe up this sticky counter because it is sticky, very sticky. Blood types. Do you know yours? I do. I do. I do. I used to donate blood to the Red Cross super, super regularly because there was a drive around my office that was real convenient. I do. It is. I think it's important to know your blood type. Seems like the type of thing that would be very easy to know and very useful information to have. I feel like that's the type of thing you put on a dog tag, right? Maze, I can't remember mine either. Yeah, I only know mine because I used to donate so much, like for over, like every couple months, like every time you were allowed to donate for a couple years. Uh, and I always used to ask them because I forgot all the time. But these are blood oranges, and these came out of the same bag, but they're definitely very different colorways. All right, different colorways. New follower, Montana Max Barbecue. Oh, hey, what's up, Montana Max Barbecue? I was literally just talking about you, saying how I was watching your stream the other day and jealous of your barbecue setup, and how I'd been like craving, like literally craving barbecue for weeks. I've talked to friends about it. I've uh, talked to myself about it, talking to you guys about it. Uh, Montana Max Barbecue. There is no good barbecue where I am. And so seeing your setup yesterday, I was like, shit, dude, jealous. I'm a big cast iron Dutch oven, outdoor kind of cooker. Uh, and so that fire pit you had me going for sure. Well, come on over. I'll feed you some barbecue. I would love to be just fed barbecue. Uh, and let me tell you specifically the type of barbecue I'm craving because I feel like it's the type. Insert here. Yes. I'm craving the like if you got it for takeout, the barbecue that comes in the styrofoam container that is has like a liner, the parchment paper liner that's doing nothing. And this like if you tilt it in a little direction, there's like sauce everywhere. And like when you open it, it's in a plastic bag and the bag has some like sauce on the bottom. You open it up and it's just like this mass, like a sandwich, ribs, uh, pulled pork. Like I'm craving it. When I say craving, I mean like craving, like like craving. A friend of mine used to say, "There's only two things in the world that you crave. One is chocolate. And the other one also starts with a C and is a bit more sexualized. And I'll leave you that to your imagination. But when I tell you I've been craving barbecue, I really do mean it. Anyway, Montana Mexican barbecue, that nitty gritty old school barbecue. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was at the playground, right, with my kid, and I was talking to another parent, and they were like, "Oh, I got I was at Whole Foods the other day. I was saying how much I was craving barbecue, and they're like, I was at Whole Foods and I saw like they had ribs out on the bar and they looked really good, and I was like, no, 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 like full stop, no, sorry, like I can appreciate that they looked okay or they looked good, your words, good, but like that's not what I mean. Like I mean that sticky, like you commit to eating it and you know that you're not going to have your hands, like your hands are going to be like this, and you just need all of your things there. You know, you need your fork, you need everything. You don't need a napkin yet. That's the type of barbecue I'm craving. Anyway, welcome in. Like I said, I was watching Montana Max Barbecue the other day. Super fun channel, really like involved, very conversant. Loved it. Was happy to hang out. Will hang out again. Also runs a really interesting wildlife camera, which I definitely admit to watching now. Thank you for sharing that as well. When I hopped in, I do appreciate that. Yeah, that old school barbecue. So Montana Max and anyone else who's joined recently, we are making I am making, along with your moral, emotional, and conversational support tonight. I've got dough rising over here that is going to be for pigs and blankets. I've got some lemonade happening, blood orange slash regular orange lemonade happening here, and then I've got macaroni and cheese that's going to go in. Definitely more of that old school variety macaroni and cheese that would come with good barbecue. Bowtie Fly, welcome. Welcome back, my friend. Um, nice to see your name here. I hope your evening's going well. Uh, we have been talking. We've been talking about lots of things tonight. We're talking about uh, if anybody has any ideas of what to do with lemon zest. We're collecting lemon zest ideas because I zested all these lemons before dropping them into juice, and I don't really know what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm going to do something with it. So lemon zest ideas, let me know. Happy to take them under advisement. Um, very nice. Thank you, Montana Max. Yeah, the spread is for my partner's birthday. It is Sunday. The mac and cheese I am going to finish tonight, but not put the breadcrumbs on. And the pigs and blankets, I'm just going to heat, and they'll be able to reheat pretty nicely. The goal is to not have anything that I need to physically make. I want to put it in the oven, let it sit for 20 minutes while we like chit chat, and then have dinner. And I don't want to be committed to making dinner on a specific night because plans change. So we need to be flexible. Montana Max Barbecue, it's amazing. I can have infinite patience for cooking barbecue, but I have zero when it comes to bread baking. Yeah, yes, I hear that. Uh, I like the very first thing I did tonight was try to like futz with this yeast, and I was like, "What am I doing? Like, how do I? Is it? Does it need to sit for a while? It says it's supposed to be foamy. Who knows?" So I'm not really a huge baker, but I dabble. I dabble. I dabble. I believe I'm going to crash. Good night, all. Hey, I'm sorry, I definitely just missed that a second ago. Happy Wayfair, really good to have you. Thank you for hanging out. If you're still here, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for chatting. And have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your night. and have a good weekend. Um, and thanks for being here. Um, we are going to save this pulp now. We've got the lemon pulp, we've got the blood orange pulp. Okay. Blood orange, 9.12 ounces. So let's get the blood orange pulp, blood orange juice in here. And really, I'm probably just going to end up combining all of these, but I don't want to get in a situation where I've combined them and then it's awful. So we're not going to do that. Last but not least, we're going to use oranges. And so this is more like I don't know if I would say lemonade. This is definitely a cooler. This is some sort of cooler, refresher. Um, let's see. Okay, oranges. We got how many minutes left? We got 4 minutes left on that rising dough. Maize with the zest, you could make pasta al limone. Ooh, yes, yes, the Italian condiment gremolata. Uh, gremolata is the nuts, right? That's like an oil and nut. I think it's like walnut or pecan, maybe. I'm not sure. I forget. I know I like it. Or conservative honey with some ginger for tea. Ooh, that does sound good too. This is all of it. All these good suggestions. Um, yeah, when I get a lemon, I always zest it. I already have a big container of zest in the freezer, but I really kind of supercharged the stash tonight. So uh, I'd like. It's very rare to have this much lemon zest at once, so I'm just kind of trying to consider what the options are. I appreciate the suggestions, like a like a pesto or chimichurri. Yes, I do put lemon zest in pesto. It is definitely pesto season. Uh, the first stream I did on Thursday, or the stream I did on Thursday last week, I made pesto. Um, as part of that, I love a good pesto. Just anything that's from like any greens that are left over, carrot tops, parsley ends, the stems of the broccoli. If you save the big broccoli stems, you can cut those up. I don't have a real recipe for it, but it is a pretty frequent thing. And I made it a bunch last summer when I had a pesto plant, an outdoor, not a pesto plant, a basil plant, which I guess you could call a pesto plant, but a basil plant that just bloomed and bloomed and bloomed and kept getting bigger all summer and kept making pesto out of it, and it kept giving. It was the giving plant, as it were. So this orange is these oranges are great. Is it citrus season? Can't remember. Citrus season is the winter. No, it's not citrus season. It is citrus growth season. I think the trees are extending branches. I need one of those plants, Maze. Yeah, there's a lot of them in this house. Plants. If I was starting if I was tossing a coin between cooking and plants around what I spend more time doing, it would definitely be a toss up. There's just a few here. That ivy was a clipping that I took from outside of our local library, and it has been growing on the counter ever since. Um, and it's getting bigger. It's growing really fast, actually, this year. Oh no, timer's going to go off before I'm done. Man, at least I put that dough in first. I would be really in the weeds if I hadn't done that dough. I'm not in the weeds at all right now. I don't think. It's feels like this is going pretty well. Okay, so that this dough has been here for an hour now, an hour and a few minutes because I didn't set the timer right away. We are almost finished with the orange. being the orange being the last of the citrus that is getting juiced. And then I'm just going to start combining these and we'll see what we get. I want to taste each of these first and just get a little like, is this super sour? Is it sweet? Like what's the flavor? And then I'll probably feel okay just combining them. All right. That is it for the actual juicing. And these had pretty much, these were seedless lemons. So very little in the way of seeds in here. Just a couple little, oh, there's little like thin white guys. Some pulp in here, some big chunky pulp. All right, this is quite the mess. Hey Dongo, what's up, my dudes? What are we making? Lemon cake? Is that a beer? Uh, Tonight this is lemonade. I'm making. I've got lemon, blood orange, and regular orange. I'm making pigs in a blanket with this dough here, and then I'm going to make mac and cheese in a little bit. Um, and no, this is not a beer. Right now, I'm drinking a seltzer with a little bit of lemon pulp in it, and some type of fruit fly. That's gone now. Um, and then we do lemonade, and then we're going to do the I don't know. I'm going to do the lemonade, and we're going to figure out what we do with the dough. If I want to do the pigs in a blanket next to the mac and cheese, I don't know. The mac and cheese is when it's finished, it's going to be finished. It doesn't have to like bake or anything. There's no long time with it. So I think I'm going to do that one last. Or no, maybe I'll make the mac and cheese. Let me finish the lemonade first. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I said earlier that I think that this is going to be uh, a longer evening, despite the fact that it's only three things. But it's going to be um, I don't know what the timing's going to be just yet. Okay, we rinse these real quick. Um, rinse my hands. Ooh, that's a lot of citrus. Ah, maize, extra protein. Will it have a crispy crust? Extra protein for the fruit fly. Yeah. It's actually probably not a fruit fly. It's probably a fungus gnat from all the plants. Anyway, will it have a crispy crust? The mac and cheese is just going to have like a breadcrumb and butter um, sprinkle on top of it. I'm not going to put that on there tonight because it's for Sunday. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to make the sprinkle and then save that and put that on when I reheat it on Sunday. So I'm going to cover it, put it in the fridge, bring it up to temperature in the oven, and then I'll broil it for a few minutes with the crust on it. But I am going to make a little ramekin of mac and cheese tonight with the crust so that it's like complete. I want to try it and see how it is. And it'll be fun to see. Hope so. Stick around. We'll see. Okay. Um, I have my citruses here. Do I need a knife for anything else? No. There. Here are these bowls. Okay, just gonna clean for a second here because this counter has lemon juice all over it, and orange juice, and blood orange juice, and the floor is sticky. Oh my God. Okay, and there's also an open trash can over on this side of the counter that you can't really see. So, all right, so we're at a place of combination. Let's get a big container. I want to get a. What do I have that's big enough for this? Hmm. 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 Okay. A couple of these guys. I'm gonna combine. Excuse me. Let me see what these guys weigh here. No, not gonna do that. All right. So we have 14, 10, and 22. Okay. So these are. I almost have double the lemon juice, uh, the orange, and a little more of the blood orange. All right. Let's go ahead and um. Do I have a bigger bowl? No. Got this all. I'm a little stymied here because I want to fill. Okay, so my goal is to fill both of these containers. I'm not going to put the lemon. I'm not. It's obviously not just going to be lemon juice and citrus. So I think what I'm going to do is, I know that these are not going to fill this bowl. Let me maybe just combine a couple of these and see what they're like all together. And then maybe I will just end up dumping them into the same thing. So let's do um, like an ounce of this, ounce of the lemon juice. Let's do, so that was 22 ounces. This was 14, so it's almost half. So let's do, trying to think of the ratio that I have of lemon to orange to blood orange. So I'm going to try to make that ratio in a smaller dish, see if I like it, and then I'll feel comfortable combining them. Okay, so 1 ounce of that. This is almost half, so let's do uh zero point 0.4 ounces of this. 3.5, close enough. And then this was 10, so that's less than half. So let's do 0.35 ounces of this. Okay, so this is about the ratio if I combined all these in this little container here. So this looks nice, good color. Let's try that just raw. Yup. Mm, that is good. Definitely a lot of lemon, but it's not as aggressive, I guess, as if it was just straight lemon juice. So that's good. Okay. Now what I actually want to do, I just had this thought. Last time I made lemonade, it turned out really well when I added some sugar or when I made like not a simple syrup, but like uh when I combined incorporated the water and the sugar together first. So I'm going to do that in one of these containers maybe, and then we'll combine them. So taking a step back, I do feel comfortable combining these juices in sort of the way that they are with the ratios that they have, because this turned out really well. I'm going to add, let's see, 0.26. I'm going to add an ounce of water to that and just see if like uh, what the taste comes out to be, or maybe like 2 ounces of water. So I think I'll double the amount from the amount of juice I have. I'll double that and add that in water to end up uh, 2 parts water, 1 part juice. Okay, let's get a little water going. Not 2 ounces of this. So point. So I added 1 and 5, 2. So I would actually want to add 2 ounces of this, 3 ounces. One, two, 3. Okay, so this is about the ratio that the final product would be. And you can see that that's kind of like a pinkish hue. Oh yeah, that's way better. And I will sugar that. That was zero point 0.2 ounces. I'm going to incorporate this briefly and see how that turns out and see if we like that. If you do, I'm just going to melt a whole bunch of sugar into pot of water for a few minutes, warm it up a little bit, and then we'll combine them. And that will get us to where we want to be. That'll get me to where I want to be. That's perfect. Okay, so um, let's get a pot here. I'm just going to get this guy. And we are going to do some sugar in that pot with a bunch of water. We're just going to stir it up and get that into uh, a liquid form. Not quite a simple syrup, but also I want no grains. So that's the thing. All right. Drop this over here. Turn this on, and then do the sugar, and we'll get that going. Okay. We're going to do that scene there because this one looks a little better. Maze, I'm gonna make a quick note now. Good luck with the preparation. Hey, thanks. Appreciate you hanging out. And thanks for the well wishes. Hope to see you online on stream again at some point soon. Yeah, I will check out your profile. Are you I didn't ask if you were a streamer. If you do any twitching as well. But if you are, I'd be happy to drop in if it's online. But thanks for hanging out. Okay. This is totally inexact. We're just gonna go with a bunch of sugar because I want this to be saturated. And we're just going to heat this and stir it until it gets incorporated. Dinner with Mom. Hey, kids. Hey, Dinner with Mom. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in again. Uh, how was your day? How was your dinner? Did you have dinner yet? And what did you have? We had leftovers tonight. Chicken salad and what do we have? What else do we have? Yeah, chicken salad. Oh, and Calvin had a tomato mayonnaise sandwich. Tomato mayo sandwiches. Do you know if I'm good? Salisbury steak and butter garlic noodles. I love buttered noodles. Buttered garlic noodles sound really good. I uh I can appreciate a good buttered noodle. It's not my it's I don't go to it often. There are others in this house who do go to it often. It makes my pleasure. No, I don't stream. I'm too shy. I'll check up on you later. Yeah, cool, cool. You're welcome to hop back in. I will probably be here for at least, I would say, another 2 hours at this point. So good luck with your dinner. Steak, excellent. Steak for dinner. Sounds good. Uh, Good luck with that, and thanks for hanging out. And if you hop in later, hopefully you won't see me in a complete state of panic. All right, this is coming along. Water looks a little cloudy, and that's what we want. I'm not making a simple syrup, but we are making something close to it. All right. I don't want this to, I don't need this to boil. This is just getting a little warm. All right. Oh, excuse me. Hmm. Dinner with mom. Do you make the Salisbury steak? I feel like that is a super specific thing. I'm curious if that's your own recipe or if that's on like it's Thursday and I just want to pop this thing on the grill and call it a night. All right, let's see if this is saturated. It's almost had it. Okay, that's going to be good for that sugar. We've got some couple different citruses over here. Dinner with mom. I don't know when you popped on. Tonight I'm making a macaroni and cheese, making pigs in a blanket, and I'm doing lemonade. Current lemonade is happening now. Uh, and then the dough for the pigs in the blanket is proofing in that bowl with the little blue striped towel over top of it. All right, this is good. I don't need this to boil. We're all set with this. Um, okay, so I kind of want to mix this all together in the same big vessel. So I'm actually going to get another large pot out from under here because I know it will fit. Uh, okay, so we have a large pot. This is a bit ridiculous, uh, but welcome. Ridiculous is fine. Ridiculous is welcome. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and combine these juices. Make sure combine these juices. We've got 20 ounces of lemon. I'm actually going to write this down just so I know. 20 ounces of lemon, orange, and blood orange. So 20 ounces of lemon, 13 ounces of orange, and there's a good red color, and 8.5 ounces of blood orange. That's great. Okay. I'm going to combine that with the water from here. And then this is pretty saturated. So if this needs more water, I am going to just add regular water and that'll be fine. Okay, so I've got 20, 30, 38. I'm counting the ounces. 30, 20, 38, 41, 41 and a half ounces. I said I wanted the three, 1 part lemon, 2 parts water. So 41, that's 4, 8, 82, 82 ounces of water. And then we'll taste it and see how that goes. Yeah, math seems fine. Okay. I don't even know if there's 82 ounces of water in this pot. I don't even know if the scale can hold 82 ounces of water. 40, 50, 60. Oh, we air it out. Cool. 60. What was I at last? I think this goes up to 70. Uh, cool. Well, Let's go ahead and taste it now, actually. And I'll tell you if I need to add more water. Man, this music kind of kicked into a different gear. I love it. Much improved from earlier. All right, so yeah, that'll do. More of this, more of that. I'm just gonna add the rest of this. Okay, cool, cool. I probably should have just done that from the start. Whatever. I I overcomplicated it in a surprise to nobody that knows me. Cool. So what we have is a giant thing, and I want to ladle that into these containers. But first, I want to add some of this pulp back into it because I love pulp. The lemon pulp. I think what I'd like to do, I'm gonna just gonna pick some of this out by hand because there's some big chunks in here. So I don't want the large chunks. We're gonna pick the large chunks. Move the compost bin right there. So we're gonna put the large chunks in the compost. And some of these, it's gonna put the fine pulp back in here from each of these respective little containers. Because I like a little pulp. Pulp can be a divisive issue. I understand this, but I think a little pulp is good. And if you don't like it, you know, that's cool too. You don't have to like everything. I tell my son, you just kind of have to, you need to try things, but it's okay not to like things. But you should also don't stop trying things just because you don't think that you like it. It's a very delicate dance for sure. All right, so I've got lemon pulp in here. I've got blood orange pulp in here. I've got some regular orange pulp in there, and this is about good to go, I would say. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna rinse off. One, we're gonna rinse off. Two, I'm gonna combine all these pulps into one because they are now. Uh, I'm not going to use the rest of this. This gets to go the way of the zest. Dinner with mom, buttered noodles. I'm appreciating your dedication to this lemonade process. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It is, I like regular lemonade. My partner definitely is very happy with like Wawa or like Turkey Hill or whatever lemonade. Um, but I think one of the ways that I show love is through food. And I think that for me, I kind of just like to, her family's going to be in town and I want to have something like nice. And I'm also like a little bit of also just kind of a like, I like, I like doing stuff like this. It makes me feel good. It's like special, special lemonade. You all right. So this was the juice I combined earlier. So I'm going to make myself a little drink there. Um, all the containers in the sink. Now, last, I want to stir this and try it and see how it is. Dinner with mom, that is the absolute sweetest thing. Yeah, thank you. I think it's interesting. Like she has said before, she'll be very happy. Like I'm gonna make mac and cheese tonight, right? And things that we love in this house: buttered noodles for sure, uh, and regular mac and cheese, like Kraft box mac and cheese. And there is definitely a place for that. We have it all the time. I I just like to I want to like make it a little bit extra, little extra special for the there we go. For the purpose of just like it's a birthday. We got family in town. No shame in that. Well, thank you. Um, so this get one of these containers. I want to dirty yet another thing. So let's see how this is. Well, crushed ice. Let's try this. See how it goes. Yep, there it is. All right, that's good. That's what I wanted. And now I want to ladle this into some bottles. Um, and we will get dinner with mom. It's a win. It is a win. I, the other thing with like homemade stuff like this is you can make a lot of it and it's going to be there for a while. And if you get the stuff from the store, you just don't have as much of it. I don't know. You buy like a gallon of it. And I don't know. There's something really nice about just like good homemade stuff. So this is great. We're coming into the finish on this lemonade. I'm still trying to decide whether or not I do the mac and cheese next or whether or not I go for the rolls. I'm thinking that I'm going to do the pigs in a blanket next. Whoa, wasn't paying attention. Ah, uh, thinking about pigs in a blanket. I'm thinking I'm going to do the pigs in a blanket next because while they bake, I have a bit of cheese to shred. So I want to make better use of my time. So I think I'm going to do the rolls, let them bake, let them cool, and then the mac and cheese will be the last thing I make tonight. Okay, number one day. I am very quickly coming to realize that I am going to need more vessels than I have because it did not look like anything came out of this pot at all. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need more. Uh, I don't know where there's more coming from. I've got other bottles with no tops. It's a problem. No, this might be okay. This is good. I feel like we've got some family coming into town this weekend. Two parents and a brother, and I feel like this might be enough lemonade for everybody to get us through the weekend. But you never know. It's popular. It goes quick. Okay. Well, this definitely filled up more than what I was expecting. So we're going to have to recalibrate here. How much of this is left? There's quite a bit left. What can I put this in? I'm not asking for help because I know that nobody knows what else is in this kitchen.